The Porsche 911 GT3 Touring. This is a 2023, and guys, the moment I stepped in this car, I knew that out of every car I have been able to drive so far, this is the #1 car, the car I work for the rest of my life. I said that about the GT350 very early on, and this is almost like the GT350, but just everything is significantly better about this car. Guys, this car in the used market starts at around $250,000, $250,000. And so not a very cheap car to own. If you are working towards this, it might take a while like it will for me, but I'm gonna get here eventually. I promise. Oh my gosh, and I actually want this exact spec. Bronzish gold wheels, midnight purple for the paint color, carbon mirrors, carbon roof, and I love this rear spoiler, guys. It is just, I don't know, it is just perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and hop in this. I mean, this is worthy of the term masterpiece. Let's hop in this masterpiece here. GT3 right on the door sill. Yellow seatbelts. I love the yellow customizations in here. Yellow on the RPM gauge, yellow for the clock, which can be also used as a track, like lap timer. Yellow right on the gear shifter here. Perfect. It is just perfect. Oh my gosh. All right, you guys, you can see it is the Touring as indicated right in that gauge cluster there. Let's go ahead and start this thing up. Sitting right behind our head, right back there, is a naturally aspirated 4-liter flat 6 engine, revving up to, if you couldn't tell, 9,000 RPM. Oh my gosh, guys. The only other car that revs up to 9,000 I can think of is the Honda S2000. But now we're comparing a 2000s car that makes 100 and something horsepower to a modern technology, 9,000 RPM, 500 horsepower, lightweight, manual racing car. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, let's go and throw the seatbelt on and let's get driving, because there is quite a bit to talk about and say with this car. Also, I do want to point out that in the infotainment screen here, it just has all the basics. Obviously, Bluetooth, CarPlay, navigation, but what you want is in these drive mode settings, which by the way you have between normal, sport, and track, it'll auto adjust all these different settings, or you can configure what you want sport or track to actually mean for your GT3 Touring specifically. I gotta emphasize the Touring, guys. I don't know why. The Touring just feels like such a more special car to me. But you can see you can configure the auto rev match, which is basically what auto blip is. You have an active exhaust valve, whether you want it loud or quiet. You can extend or lower that rear spoiler we just took a look at. You can turn on or off auto start stop, which is a strange feature to have in a car like this, but it is there. And an adjustable chassis, whether you want sport or track. So with that being said, let's go ahead and toss this thing over into first gear. And I love the feeling of this gear shifter here. It is just, the gears are in the right position. The distance is perfect. It's hard to describe why this just feels so good, but it's like nice and tight. It feels like you'd have to be really bad at driving manual to mess up in this thing, if that makes any sense. Same thing with the clutch as well, as we are pressing that thing in and out. It just feels easy to use, very solid. Even if you're at a stop like this and you want to go ahead and get rolling here, I won't even use the gas pedal. If you just do a nice slow release on the clutch, it's very, very friendly. Again, I've yet to stall this thing, and I haven't driven a manual in quite some time, so very, very great setup here. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the auto blip off because I prefer to just do it myself. The rawness of the car, I don't like the technology interfering with my shifting. So sorry about that little hiccup there. Now guys, this is one of the first cars I've driven where I'm not even excited to share like the 0 to 60 details and all the numbers and all that with you, which by the way, 0 to 60 is 3.5 seconds. But this car isn't about 0 to 60ing in it. It's about this. The experience of just tossing through these gears with the utmost confidence and listening to this 4-liter flat 6 engine just scream in a way a race car truly should, while being so connected with the road, given that this has a double wishbone front suspension, which means that you have a lot more connectivity with the front wheels as you go over bumps. Rear wheel steering, so as you are turning, whether it's at slow speeds and they're turning, the rear wheels are turning in the opposite direction for a better turning radius, or if you're moving fast, the rear wheels will actually turn in the same direction as the front wheels, just ever so slightly to give you a better cornering experience. It's those little touches, those little tidbits of engineering, kind of big deals, not really little, that, well, all those added together do make just such a big difference that makes this car feel so special to drive. Oh my gosh. And the heart of this car, the soul, is that 9,000 RPM flat 6 engine sitting right behind your head. Once you do that a singular time, you're addicted. You just want to and oh my gosh. Get on those brakes. Got to put a lot of pressure on those brakes to get this thing stopped. But the more pressure you put, the more this thing will come to a stop very, very quickly. Not a lot of weight to stop either. Again, just over 3,200 pounds. 3, 2, 1. Almost called it. And we get cut off. What do you know? Alright guys, let's go ahead and experience throwing this car into a corner pretty hard. And while we're at it, let's actually launch this thing as well. I'm going to turn ESC and TC off. There we go. Alright, ready? Hold those RPMs high, get on the brakes. And this thing can do it so nicely. Oh my gosh. My GoPro loves to die at the most inconvenient times. Hello, police officer. You know, I think everyone in about a maybe half-mile to 1-mile radius will hear this engine absolutely screaming at the top of its lungs. It's completely unnecessary to downshift as you're coming to a red light because you just put it in neutral, but there's just a couple cars that you want to downshift going to a red light. Guys, this is the best feeling driver's car I have ever gotten to experience in my life, and I feel like that means something because I have driven so much. This is now just my dream car, period. Like, there is really no other. I mean, a Lamborghini Huracan still is going to be very, very. It's a somewhat close second place, but again, it's this right here. The 9,000 RPM, the flat six, the manual transmission, the 3,240 something pounds, the simplicity, the quality, the steering, the double wishbone front suspension, the rear wheel steering. How about the design? This has stuff that no other car can replicate. Guys, let me know your thoughts on the GT3 and specifically the Touring down below. Would you choose the Touring over a regular GT3? That is an important question. I still have yet to experience a standard GT3. Obviously, an automatic one will have the PDK dual clutch transmission, so that will create a whole different experience. We'll get our hands on one eventually, but nonetheless, guys, really appreciate y'all watching. What a car, what a car. The search for the best car ever, I think, is completed. Here it is. All right, y'all, have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.